Hello folks, back again with ancient cosmography. Um, just sorry, arm itch. All right, so this, is a comparison I had already made, and so this is a 10 to 30,000 year old painting at Lascaux caves in the Lascaux caves of France. And it's in a particularly deep shaft, so I think that's probably because it's, further away. It's, it might indicate that's kind of like the underworld or the other world, the Pacific Ocean area. And let's see. So yeah, this is this is a comparison that actually zooms in on all the stuff that the Paleolithic zoomed in on. So the head seems to be this, which seems to be I believe it's, let's see, Shoalwater Bay. So I think pretty sure Shoalwater Bay is this right here. So Shoalwater Bay is a large bay on the Capricorn coast of central Queensland, Australia. So this is in the Capricorn coast. And it's apparent because it's apparently at the Tropic of Capricorn, according to Captain Cook or whatnot. A large bay, Torilla or Torilla. I guess I'll just call it Torilla because it's like Anglo country. Torilla Peninsula to the west and Warrenborough Peninsula to the east. So that means this is Torilla and this is Warrenborough Peninsula. And because, none of this stuff is written on maps, it's hard to find out what actual, peninsulas and stuff are named. And even in Google Earth. Let's see, where did the other thing go? Yeah, so this is the this is the other horn. So that's Warrenborough, and then this horn here is Camp Island and Facing Island. So, they're just right next to the head there. Just this little gulf between them. And let's see. Here's a comparison showing the whole area. So that shows kind of the whole scene, the whole, it's called the Famous Scene at Lascaux. So, I did one of these that altered, the altered Australia, you know, zoomed in on the zoomed in parts of Australia. And I think Australia seems to be the only part that is manipulated this way, you know, that has zoomed in parts. Because these two both seem to just be more straightforward, other than his arms are maybe zoomed in and or, you know, symbolic, definitely stylized. So ignore Kalimantan. Kalimantan is probably, they say there's another nearby painting of a horse. So I'm not sure if it's on this side or where. But if there's a painting of a horse, there's a chance that that would be Kalimantan. But, you know, this guy is this, you know, his face is this peninsula in Mindanao, Philippines. His body is like the Visayas here. His, you know, kind of pelvis or something is Luzon. His legs are like the back legs are these seamounts and islands leading back to Taiwan, and then his back feet are Taiwan, and it may be that one of his feet is also, or like one of his heels that sticks out is also this other like branch of seamounts and islands that just goes to right there. So yeah, just ignore Kalimantan and ignore Palawan here. And so yeah. And I noticed that if you turn it like, you know, whatever they call this, where it's like the opposite color, then the part where the spear comes out, which is the bloody guts falling out, actually becomes red, like these kind of areas of light blue water become red if you do a kind of reverse image like this. Forgetting what that word is. But, you know, because I guess it's that, you know, what people would say is that this bison is that this is a guy who speared the bison, and the bison's guts are falling out here. You know, this is the spear, this is the guts falling out, and here's this guy, and then the bison kills him, so they both kind of kill each other. And then so it could be that would explain that even this here would be like that he's like munching on this guy or something, chewing on him. I don't know, could be. And you can't see it well, but there's technically a little bit of reddish right there for the same type of thing. So I don't know if that factors into any of this at all, or just a coincidence. So yeah, Rockingham and Capricorn Coast. So there's Shoalwater Bay is here. Townsend Island, I think, is either, I guess it's that. Bungandara, Stanage. I think this whole like Torilla Peninsula is the town of Stanage, however you pronounce it. Stanage, and then, you know, it seems that his its lower jaw is delineated as that island, like Long Island or whatever. Because this little island right here is this part basically. So it's Long Island, and I think technically there might be another part of this that's considered to be a separate island. I don't know. But basically Long Island is at least the main part of it. And then I guess this little one is Quail Island, Stonage Bay. Maybe this is Stonage Bay or something. And so yeah, there's the head area. Torilla, Warumgar, whatever it is, and Camp Island, and Farthing Island, or whatever it's called. Hello. Here's that horn again. And stuff like that. So yeah, it's literally called the Famous Scene. That's its name. So when I say this is the most famous cave art, I'm not just like making stuff up. It's literally the most famous cave art. Because I've been studying like Paleolithic art and culture for a decade, and that's always been front and center. That's a Lascaux scene. Famous Scene, Camp Island, and Facing Island. Well, let's see. I'll just show this fact that, the experts claim, such as they are, the quote-unquote experts of this world, who are pretty much the stupidest people on any given topic, whoever academia and the government and whatnot think are the experts. So they claim that this guy is a rhinoceros. So they say, like, this is an actual Paleolithic painting of a rhinoceros. I think it might be a reconstruction from a Paleolithic painting, but I know that I've seen the original and it does look like this. I think this is from Chauvet in France also. So this is how the ancients, or the Paleolithics, actually depicted rhinoceroses, but this is what modern archaeologists claim is a rhinoceros. And so what they claim is that this is its tail. And you can Google this, and every website says this is a rhinoceros. And so and they say this is its head. So I guess it's like somehow this is its chin or something, and then this is its spike that's sticking back, and this is its other spike sticking back, and maybe it's just ridiculous, honestly. It doesn't make any sense. Like, this is not a rhinoceros at all. And this is not its head. This is its head. It has a weird snake head. It's like basically a mythical being with a snake head and enormous feet and a kind of chopped up body that's like only partly there because that's how the Visayas are. So yeah, it's just amazing to me because it's obvious that the feet are pointed this way to the right. It's obvious this is the head. It's obvious it's not a tail. Like in actual depictions of rhinoceroses, the Paleolithics didn't even put tails on them because a rhinoceros doesn't hardly have and they just have a little tiny tail. It's just like a little, like some of the tails on elephants that are just like little little tail that hangs down. It's not much to speak of. It certainly doesn't look like this. It's not as thick as that, and I don't even think it's capable of making that shape. It's not prehensile to that extent. So, like, every part of this is stupid. Every part of their theory that this is a rhinoceros is fucking dumb. And these are the people that call me dumb. These are the people that call me a pseudoscientist, or these mainstream idiots. So, you know, it's clear that Paleolithics knew how to depict rhinoceroses. They did it many times, and this is one standard example of it. And every other example basically looks just like this. And this is not a rhinoceros. This is a mythical creature, seemingly, with just a snake-like head, huge feet pointing this way. So yeah, the mainstreamers, they think that, they say this is a dead guy, this is a bison, disemboweled bison, and this is a rhinoceros shitting on the dead guy. Defecating upon the recumbent man. Like, really? I mean, these people are just like I don't know how long you have to go to school to become that stupid, but I wouldn't do it if I were you. So yeah, that shit is just funny. Fucking rhinoceros. What else was I gonna show? So these are part of that paint. This is part of the same painting. So this seems to either represent New Hanover here or Manus Island right here. And I was realizing that Manus Island, even, you know, that this could be the bird's beak, these kind of lines here. And I found out those actually are, it's seamounts, but also islands there. I'm not sure if I have handy those images. Yeah, here. So like in here, there's actually islands as well. Parinte Island.